Hi students, welcome to the machine learning course. In this lecture, I will discuss about introduction to the artificial neural networks, perceptron and perceptron learning algorithm. Let's see. In traditional computing or hard computing, we are solving the problems in sequential manner, right? Means in line by line. Whereas in neural networks, we are solve the problems in parallel distribution way, which means here we are solve two or more problems simultaneously. So we are move to the artificial neural networks. The artificial neural network is one of the field of artificial intelligence and which is used in the machine learning models for a training, and the artificial neural networks are work inspired by the biological neural network or human brain. So first we are discuss about biological neural network and how it works. In human body, the biological neural network is a brain, right? Here the brain made up with a hundreds of billions of cells are called neurons. Here the neuron which is made by the cell body, and the responsibility of the cell body is processing the information by carrying the information towards and away from the brain. Here in carrying the information towards the brain is nothing but inputs, and the information carrying away from the brain is nothing but outputs. So for this process, the each neuron in the brain which contains the four parts, those are dendrites, cell nucleus, also nothing but soma, and axon and synapse. Here the dendrites looks like a tree-like branches, and the dendrites are receiving the input signals from the other neurons or the outside of the environment. And here the cell nucleus or the soma which is receives the input signals from the dendrites and sum all those received input signals into single input. And here if the sum reaches the threshold value, then neuron fires and sends that signal through the axon to the another neuron. So here the axon works like a output unit. Here the synapses which are gives the interconnection between axon and other dendrites of the neuron. So here based on the strength of the connections, we can send the the amount of the input signals to the another neurons. Now in the same way the artificial neural networks also works. Here the artificial neural networks also contains the hundreds or thousands of the artificial neurons, and each neuron contains the input units, processing unit and output unit. Now let's see how the single artificial neuron looks and how it works. Here this is the single artificial neuron. The artificial neuron is a building block or the building unit of the artificial neural network, and this unit also called the node. Here which contains its input values which are received from the another neuron or the another node and are the outside of the environment, and all these input values has its assigned weights and connected to the neuron. Here the neuron which is performs the mathematical operations for processing the taken input weight product. Here this neuron performs the summation operation on inputs and outputs. After that sum value given to the one mathematical function that is called the activation function. Here the activation function which is used for converting the given input value to the output value. After that converted output value which is transferred to the output unit. Here the output unit convey the information to the outside the world. So this is how the single neuron works. Now let's see relationship between the biological neuron and artificial neuron. Here Cell nucleus in the biological neuron represents the node in the artificial neural network, and dendrites in the biological neural network represents the input unit in the artificial neural network. And here the synapses are the interconnections in biological neural network. Here the synapses represents the weights are the interconnections of the artificial neural network, and the axon which is represents the output unit in the artificial neural network. Now let's see the structure of the artificial neural network. Here the artificial neural network contains the large number of artificial neurons, and these neurons are called the basic units or the nodes. Here the nodes are arranged in sequence of layers. Here the structure of the artificial neural network mainly contains the three layers. Those layers are, one is input layer, second one is the hidden layer, and third one is the output layer. Here input layer, the starting layer of the structure is called the input layer. The name itself contains the set of input units. Here these input values are given by the user or the programmer, and next layer is the hidden layer. The neural network may contains one or more hidden layers. These hidden layers are between the input layer and output layer, and the task of this hidden layer is which are perform all the calculations to find the hidden features or the hidden patterns from the given input data. Okay, after hidden layers we have the last layer, that is called the output layer. The name itself contains the set of output units. The output units which are takes the input from these hidden layers, and the responsibility of this output layer is which conveys the information of the neural network to the outside the world. This is the architecture of the artificial neural network. Now let's see the next concept is perceptron. Here the perceptron, which is introduced by the Frank Rosenblatt in 1957. This perceptron is a basic building block of the artificial neural network. Means this one perceptron is nothing but the one artificial neuron, and this is also called the single layer artificial neural network. And this perceptron which is used for computing the performing the computations and find the hidden patterns of the given input data. And this perceptron which contains the one or more input values and contains the one output value and one processing unit. Here the processor which is perform the some of the calculations by using the mathematical functions, and this is about the perceptron. Now let's see perceptron learning algorithm, means how the perceptron works. Here the perceptron learning algorithm is frequently used in supervised machine learning domain for solving the classification problems. In generally, we have two types of the classifications. One is linear classification, and second one is non-linear classification. Here the linear classification is nothing but if we can classify the given data set by drawing the straight line, then we can say that is the linear binary classifier. For example, let us consider the data set which contains the set of circles and triangles. If we draw the straight line, it can divide it into two classes, then we can say that it is a linear binary classifier. Otherwise we have the non-linear classifier. Here the non-linear classification is nothing but if we cannot divide the given data set into classes by drawing the straight line, then we can say that that is the non-linear binary classifier. For example, we are considering the data set which contains the same circles and triangles. If you draw the straight line here, this data set cannot divide it into two classes. Then we can say that it is called the non-linear binary classifier. Here the perceptron is nothing but the single layer neural network. This is only used for the binary classifier or the linear classifier, but it is not used for the non-linear classifier. So in further lecture we will see the solving of the non-linear classifier. For that we are using the multi-layer perceptron or the multi-layer neural network. In this here we see the only single layer neural network, that is called the perceptron. Let's see the steps of the perceptron learning algorithm. Here in very first step we have to give the input values to the input layer of the perceptron. In the very first step we have to pass the input values of the trained model to the input layer. That is the first layer. In the second step we have to multiply the input values and its assigned weights are the weight coefficients. For this we are using the formula sigma xi wi. Here I value starts from 1 to n. Here xi is the set of input values and wi is the its assigned weight values. Suppose if I want to calculate for the three inputs, then we can write like this: x1 w1 plus x2 w2 plus x3 w3. In this way we can find the multiplication of the input values and its weights, and then we are combine or the sum or the add all the product values. Then next step we have to add the one value, that is called the bias value, to this resultant sum value. For this we are using the formula sigma xi wi plus b. Here I value starts from 1 to n. Here the n is the number of input values. Okay, this is nothing but the bias. Here we are adding the bias value for adjustment of the boundary of output function. That's why we have to add the bias value. By default here we are taking the bias value as 1. As we are taking the bias value is 1, so it does not affect to the remaining input features. And this bias value which is not given by the neuron, which is also we are taken in the training phase as a input value. Okay, after third step we have to go for the fourth step. Here we have to apply the activation function on this sum value. Here the activation function which is used for converting the given input value into output value. Here we have so many activation functions, but we have used the particular activation function based on our need. For example, if I want my output value range from 0 to 1, then I will use the sigmoid activation function. Or if I want my output value range from -1 to 1, then I will use the sine activation function. So after computation of the activation function, then we are that calculated value we are sent to the last layer, that is nothing but the output layer. Here the resultant value from the activation function is sent to the output layer as the output value. Here the output layer conveys that output value to the outside the world or the given to the users. In this way the perceptron learning algorithm works. Now let's see block diagram. Now let's see block diagram of the perceptron learning algorithm. Now we will discuss with step by step. Here, in the very first step, we have taken the set of input values from the programmer or the user. After taking the input values, then we are performing the product on this input value and assigned weights of the connections. And after that, we are add all the production values, and then we are add the bias value. This is the constant value which is does not affect the these input feature values. And after find the summation of all the input and its weights and the bias value, then that is sent to this weighted sum is sent to the activation function. This activation function use the step rule. Here the step rule converts the computed this numerical value into either 0 or 1 for the classification. So after finding the output value which is sent to the last one, that is called the output unit. Here finally the output unit which is convey the output to the users. In this way the perceptual learning algorithm works in step by step. Thank you.